A violinist is suing Will Smith, claiming retaliation after he alleges that he was fired for reporting sexual harassment.
Getting fired or getting blamed or shamed or threatened or anything like that, simply for reporting sexual misconduct or safety threats at work, is not okay.
The FBI just stormed in and arrested Will Smith on the night of January 3rd, sending shockwaves through Hollywood and the world. The golden boy of Tinseltown is now facing a scandal so brutal it's tearing his carefully built image apart. From Oscars fame to shocking headlines, nothing could have prepared anyone for this night of chaos and devastation.
Shocking allegations against Will Smith, a violinist who was a finalist on America's Got Talent and performed in Smith's band, is accusing the star of predatory behavior.
The FBI arrested Will Smith in January 2026. Yes, you read that right. The Fresh Prince himself, suddenly smack in the middle of a legal mess that not even Hollywood's gossip mill could have predicted. The man who smiled his way through the Oscars, slapped the world in the face, and delivered viral moments is now staring down allegations that make a tabloid's wet dream look tame. And the spark is none less than a civil lawsuit filed by a professional violinist named Brian King Joseph. Because apparently, fame doesn't come with a get out of accountability free card, no matter how many box office hits or memes you have. Sexual harassment, grooming for exploitation, wrongful termination, and retaliation. This isn't just drama, it's a full-blown legal inferno.
Unfortunately, some things happened, and I can't get into the details of exactly what that was.
Yeah, Kate, so according to the complaint, this all happened in March of last year while the violinist was on tour with Will Smith for Smith's global tour for his latest album based on a true story. And according to the complaint, there was this intrusion at his Las Vegas hotel room.
So who exactly is Brian King Joseph, the man shaking up Hollywood? He's not some random string puller brought in for a one-off gig. This is a top-tier musician, someone who toured with Will Smith in 2025 for the Based on a True Story tour, and whose performances got fans talking and videos going viral. Joseph has credibility, stage presence, and proof he wasn't just another nameless backup player. But in March 2025, credibility wasn't going to save him from a nightmare that started in a Vegas hotel room.
And according to the complaint, there was a letter, a handwritten letter that was written that said, "Brian, I'll be back, just us," with a drawn heart, and it was signed by someone who identified as Stone F, now suing for, among other things, emotional distress and economic loss. Kate.
Here's where it gets truly unsettling. Joseph returned to his hotel room after a long day on tour to find someone, or something, had entered it without permission. And what did he inherit from this surprise visit? A handwritten note, a red backpack, a beer bottle, wipes, HIV medication, and hospital discharge papers that belonged to someone else. Not exactly the welcome to Vegas package anyone would want. Joseph says he feared sexual assault, immediately called hotel security, informed the police, and notified Smith's management. That moment, bizarre, terrifying, and utterly invasive, later became the cornerstone of a civil lawsuit. From a legal standpoint, it's explosive. From a human standpoint, it's nightmare fuel.
But he claims that he was then shamed by Will Smith's management team, accused of lying, and he says he was then fired, and then shortly after he was fired, they said they were going in a different direction, but then they ended up hiring.
The allegations against Will Smith read like a twisted Hollywood plotline. Joseph claims predatory behavior, grooming for sexual exploitation, manipulation, and emotional leverage. Those allegedly special connection comments from Smith, Joseph says they weren't flattering. They were part of a pattern that made reporting the hotel incident not just necessary, but terrifying. And then, just like that, the man who raised alarms was fired and replaced by another violinist. Poof, career derailed, trauma compounded, and suddenly, one night in Vegas is now a Hollywood legal saga.
Well, Jan, new information coming in overnight. A violinist who was touring with Will Smith last year is now suing him over retaliation allegations.
Legally, this lawsuit is like a masterclass in chaos. Filed on January 1st, 2026, in Los Angeles County Superior Court, it covers retaliation, wrongful termination, Bain Act, and Ralph Civil Rights Act violations, and sexual harassment under California law. Joseph's team argues that Smith and his management didn't just fail to protect him, they actively retaliated after he reported a serious safety issue. And the evidence? It's messy, juicy, and potentially devastating. Emails, hotel records, police reports, phone logs, Instagram posts, videos from the tour, and timelines showing exactly when he was replaced. If this blows up in court, it could make even the most sensational celebrity trial look like a schoolyard argument. The personal stakes couldn't be higher. Joseph allegedly suffers from PTSD, emotional distress, reputational harm, and loss of career opportunities. Meanwhile, Smith is juggling public perception, legal exposure, and a scandal so messy even his Hollywood A-list status may not smooth it over. One man is trying to pick up the pieces of a life upended by fear and retaliation. The other, a global superstar, is watching his golden boy image teeter on the edge, all while the world is judging every move.
Always wondered why Will Smith let himself get cucked. Starting to make sense now.
This isn't just a story about lawsuits and VIP drama. It's a collision of fame, fear, and law, with every twist and turn amplified under Hollywood's harshest spotlight. The fact that the FBI allegedly got involved, whether or not that pans out, is just the cherry on top. Memes are flying, headlines are trending, and fans, critics, and armchair lawyers are all weighing in. Whether this escalates to a criminal investigation or stays a civil battle, the public spectacle alone is enough to leave reputations in tatters. So here we are. Will Smith, once untouchable, now facing the kind of scrutiny most people only read about in gossip columns. Brian King Joseph, a musician who dared to stand up, now navigating a legal minefield that could define his life and the rest of us. We're left watching, shocked, sarcastically entertained, and maybe a little horrified as the saga unfolds. Hollywood might never look the same.
Clearly that all got too much for Will. And he did that weird Oscar slap. And anyway, now he's accused of some sexual harassment from a...
Filing a lawsuit on January 1st, 2026, because why not start the year with a bang? That's exactly what Brian King Joseph did when he dragged Will Smith into a legal firestorm in Los Angeles County Superior Court. And this isn't just your usual someone tripped over a cable lawsuit. No. Joseph's legal team, led by Jonathan Delshad, yes, the same guy who's been busy filing Tyler Perry lawsuits, came out swinging with a list of claims that reads like a law school syllabus for chaos. Retaliation under California law, retaliatory termination, violations of public policy, Bain Act, Ralph Civil Rights Act, and sexual harassment under California FEHA. That's a mouthful, but in simple terms, Joseph is basically saying, I got threatened, I got fired, and the system shouldn't let this slide. And that protected activity thing, that's fancy lawyer talk for I did what the law says I should do, and now they want to destroy me for it.
There were also wipes, a beer bottle, a red backpack, a bottle of HIV medication with another person's name on it, an earring, and hospital discharge paperwork belonging to a person that was unknown to the defendant.
The evidence is delicious. Hotel documentation, police and hotel records, phone logs, you name it. Instagram posts and videos show Joseph performing side by side with Will Smith, a shining reminder of how close he was to the star. The timeline? Perfectly inconvenient. The alleged Las Vegas incident happens, and shortly after, he's replaced. Another violinist magically appears on the tour roster, making it look a lot less like moving in a different direction and a lot more like, well, retaliation. And then there are the unknowns, the mysterious note author, surveillance footage that hasn't surfaced yet, and what could come out during discovery. If anything in there blows up, this case isn't just civil, it could make Hollywood choke on its champagne.
Well, they're adamantly denying all of these claims. Smith's attorney has released a statement. We can read it here. It says, Mr. Joseph's allegations concerning my client are false, baseless, and reckless.
Meanwhile, Will Smith's side isn't exactly twiddling its thumbs. Attorney. Alan B. Grodsky has called the allegations false, baseless, and reckless. Classic lawyer speak for, we're about to fight this tooth and nail. And yes, despite the headline-hungry rumor mill about FBI involvement, the court filings show 0 criminal charges so far. But let's be honest, FBI or not, the optics are catastrophic. Smith's defenses are predictable but shaky. Firing Joseph because the tour needed a new direction, claims that the allegations are fabricated or misinterpreted, and oh, the ever-popular lack of direct evidence connecting me to the hotel room intrusion. Timing is also a headache. The lawsuit coincides with post-Oscars fallout and Jada Pinkett Smith drama, making it feel like someone set the stage for maximum public scrutiny.
They're categorically denied, and we will use all legal means available to address these claims and to assure that the truth is brought to light.
Now let's talk about what this could mean. Hollywood loves its heroes, but it also loves a scandal with a side of revenge. This lawsuit could completely alter Will Smith's career trajectory. A massive jury award for Joseph isn't just pocket change. It could be a signal to every celebrity out there. Fame won't protect you from consequences. Joseph's side? Emotional and economic fallout is intense. PTSD, depression, public scrutiny. His life was turned upside down by a single night in a hotel room. And the broader context? Me Too, celebrity accountability, Hollywood cover-ups. This lawsuit taps right into all of it. The rumor mill loves it. Memes are flying, and suddenly, FBI arrest headlines are trending faster than any movie premiere. Could this escalate to a criminal investigation? Well, the world is waiting with popcorn.
And their relationship, according to the lawsuit, grew even closer. The suit says that the two of them began spending additional time alone, with Will Smith even telling Joseph, quote, "You and I have a special connection that I don't have with anyone else."
Speaking of popcorn, let's not forget the human angle. Behind every dramatic headline is a person who's been through hell. Joseph has suffered psychologically and emotionally. PTSD, depression, constant stress. Standing up to a global superstar isn't just brave. It's practically suicidal for your career. Yet here he is, publicly asserting that he was right to file the lawsuit. It's a sobering reminder that anyone reporting harassment can face backlash. And in Joseph's case, it's life-altering. You don't get awards for courage, but you do get lawsuits, media attention, and, apparently, public judgment. And the twist, because Hollywood loves a twist, is the FBI angle. Are they really involved? Maybe, maybe not. Right now, it's speculation. But the civil case could theoretically trigger law enforcement attention if evidence emerges that ties Smith directly to unlawful activity. Meanwhile, the public frenzy is unmatched. Memes, outrage, heated Twitter threads, late-night jokes. Hollywood's golden boy is trending for reasons he probably didn't want. If the evidence connects, legal ramifications could be severe. If it doesn't, the headlines will still haunt him for months. Either way, it's a high-stakes circus. Finally, let's zoom out. What does this mean for the industry? Celebrity culture is under a microscope, like never before. Accountability isn't just a hashtag, it's a legal reality. Performers, employees, the public, everyone is watching how reporting harassment plays out in real life. Social media amplifies every scandal in real time, leaving no room for private missteps. And the ultimate question lingers: will Will Smith's empire survive this? Or is this just the beginning of a very public fall? One thing's for sure, the world is watching, memes are being made, and Hollywood's golden boy has just been put on trial by the court of public opinion.